Hello, welcome to this playthrough of Elden Ring, where I will be in the co-pilot seat and Branwell will be driving. This is a lore playthrough, and in every video there will be spoilers, because this is intended as a vehicle for Branwyn to explain her theories on the lore of the setting. So if you'd rather develop your own theories without being influenced by other people's, or don't want to be surprised on some of the deep lore of the game, this is not a straight playthrough of just playing gameplay focused. This is a lore focused playthrough. So you might want to give this a pass if you want to avoid big spoilers. With that said, I hope you enjoy the video. Done.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the lore playthrough of Elden Ring. I'm Branwyn, and I'm here with Thryth.
Hello.
We are about to begin Journey to the good playthrough.
The nightmare
Um,
is over.
the nightmare is over, but we have all of our stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, so this, I'm going to press this. It's going to go into the beginning cutscene.
Okay.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
Hmm.
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
I there's a lot of things in that I
One
now have
that
context for.
Mm-hmm.
grace would again bless, a tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
And so we find ourselves once again in the Chapel of Anticipation.
Yep.
Claim your place as Elden Lord. Now, we have here a. You know what? Do we think she's freshly dead, or is that.
I mean,
That
the blood is red.
she hasn't had time to decompose or anything. So
Yeah, and the blood is red instead of brown, but I'm not sure that holds anything in this game.
mm, it probably does. Like the level of detail, it's one of those things where the level of detail that the From Software team gets to often also obscures as much as anything else because, like, as an example, we have a compass
Yeah,
at the top of the screen.
yeah. You
um
mentioned
but
this. You know,
but
go on.
that's not diegetic. We're going to get into what my issue with the compass is
Mm-hmm.
in a bit, but that's not going to be the focus of this episode. But yeah, we have a freshly dead finger maiden,
Right.
um, which is sort of who killed her is our first big mystery that nothing outright explained.
Mm.
Um, we get our first glimpse of Stormvale,
Yep.
uh, and we can head down here now. For a while, I thought that this area here is the depiction of where all of the tarnished were buried because of
Mm-hmm.
these coffins and everything.
Yep.
I think if that is the case, then a lot of the a lot of that space has since fallen into the ocean,
Mm.
which isn't which doesn't mean that's not what happened. It's just like maybe, maybe not. You know?
Right. This
Uh,
person.
only this time, we're magic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as people can probably tell, we have opted to go for the building our own starting character for the second playthrough.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay, other interesting thing I'm just noting about this character is the blue hair.
mm. Oh yeah. That that's a neat animation with the casting there.
Oh yeah. Um I am wow, I could actually die in this fight with this
I mean, that is, from what I understand, the FromSoft thing is that you take anything for granted, it'll mess you up. Even the
Now,
simplest enemies.
admittedly, I am using unupgraded weapons,
Mm-hmm.
so we are relying on pure stats. It goes into phase 2.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a crab.
Yeah, well, Rodrika calls it a spider later.
Mm-hmm. We also have a lot, pretty much everything we got in the past journey. We just decided for more simple looking starter stuff and build up to the final look later.
Yeah, well, we are like we're sort of hard into the whole telling this story.
Mm-hmm.
I was really expecting the long thrust there from the sword at the back, not the.
I can see spider too.
Oh yes, it's definitely crab-like though as well.
Mm-hmm. Maybe cockroach.
Yeah, there's a bit of a lot of things. So because we're a badass now, we win that fight,
Mm-hmm.
unlike the first time.
Yeah. Wherein you have to be a badass rather than your character to win.
Yeah, and you've also got to have the patience of
Job.
something with a lot of patience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to invoke the Job there.
Ah,
Um,
right.
but the fun thing is, even if you do this the first time around, it doesn't matter because you're like, oh, all right, where do I go? Oh, hey, I better pick up these butterfly. Oh, From Software, Cinema.
You don't have anywhere to go. You have to die anyway.
Now we have another cutscene as soon as we pick up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we're set on doing hour-long episodes now, aren't we?
So
Yep. Oh, I for some reason thought the Tempest would Torrent would be walking on the water.
mhm.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
That's our first glimpse of Melon.
Yep.
Cave of Knowledge lies below. However, we have all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
We have that. Yeah, we're not going to do all of the things.
Right.
Um,
It doesn't give us any more lore, and I guess it doesn't, right? There's no
It
choices down
doesn't.
there. Yeah.
No, there's no choices. That is literally the tutorial for
Hmm.
how to fight things.
Got it.
There's two really interesting lore building elements in this cave. The first is the fact that this spirit tree is growing here,
Right.
um, in the remains of the ancient people who either washed up here or were buried here or were thrown down here from up above.
Right.
Um, so a lot of people wonder if the spirit trees are actually a fungus. I am coming more around to the idea that they're a coral.
Interesting. I hadn't
For
thought of
var-
that.
yeah, for various reasons. Which we will get into once we get to Caled a bit more.
Got it.
Again,
I
and then
do.
we have. Hmm?
Sorry, I do know this is going to be definitely nothing that they thought of because it's similarity with my own stuff. It reminds me of the dryad trees in Divine Blood
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
I know.
yeah, for those so that since that is incredibly niche since the stuff I wrote and hardly anybody bought it,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I've been having lots of trouble getting in frame of mind to write more. Um, Dryad fruits or like the dryad thing is a parasite that replaces the nervous system and consumes
Mm.
the energy that most people use to fuel psychic powers. The dryad is ageless but can't do like magic. Um,
Yes.
and when they die, a new tree grows out of their remains and produces fruit, which might produce more
Mm.
dryads.
Yeah. Considering some of the stuff we see later in the thing, I might not be surprised if I found out that you have a fan on the From Software team.
Really?
Uh, well, you'll remember when we found the grandmother and she was kneeling inside of a tree.
Uh huh.
One of the theories about that is literally that that's what happens um, when that race dies. Is that a tree grows around the body.
That if there's some person on one of the best video game teams has randomly picked up like it would have to be the role playing game because
Mm-hmm.
it's not in any of the stories that's been released.
Yep. Anyhow, the other thing is
Hmm.
that the other interesting thing is these handless maiden
Yeah.
statues, uh, which we will talk more about
Yeah.
when we discuss a particular character that we will come across.
Oh, I tell a lie.
Hopefully, this. Hmm?
Dryads are the dryad thing is brought up in one short story.
Ah,
Yeah, but anyway,
I mean, if they bought the role playing game,
it,
then
they get the more drier exposition of it.
yes. Uh, yeah. So for everybody who's listening, this is going to be a lot more of a uh, this is going to be a lot more of a direct experience off screen. I will go and do some things probably, but
We are not going to be redoing every single thing.
yeah, definitely not on camera.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so Vare here, I still think he is at least one of the. He's one of the. Yeah, he's one of the characters I think who could have killed our Finger Maiden,
Me-
but
Melena's a possibility.
yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute as well.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, Without the strength of runes and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
So the funny thing is, the maidenless thing
Mm-hmm.
is a reference to some things you find in Dark Souls.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to get through Vare's dialogue and then we can talk a bit about that.
Cool.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, the path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
Ooh.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
So, in Dark Souls, there is a reference to a. Have so I don't need to touch those second time. That's there is a reference to the Earl of Karim,
Mm. Okay.
who come from so the Earl of Karim's name is Astor, Astor,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a pretty bad dude because he is known for creating the bite rings which protect you from poison, blood loss, bleeding, and curse.
Okay.
And curse is particularly important because curse, as a status effect, can't be resisted any other way
Okay.
in Dark Souls. Now, curse, the way that he did this was that he took people and crunched them down into stones or rings. And when you wear them, rather than you suffering the effect of the curse, um, your ring does, because it's still a person.
That's you.
That's extremely evil and horrifying. Yes. He was also known as the creator of the Shotel,
Mm-hmm.
um, a weapon that we can buy from. Can I not get the? Or am I just stupid? No, it's not that. It's not that. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the exact.
Which fast travel point? Yeah.
Yeah, no, not the fair. We don't have any fast travel points. We have, but apparently I can't go to the map of the underground.
Got it. Okay.
So you can buy the Shotel from underneath, from down in Sierra Well, from the secret merchant that's around here.
Mm.
Um, Also, the Earl of Karim comes from a place called Morn
And Castle Morn is
and
right there.
Castle Morn. This is the Weeping Peninsula. Um, the the practice of a knight having a maiden started in the lands of Karim
Okay.
because Lord Morn um, had a maiden called Kaitha,
Okay.
who eventually became worshipped as a goddess, and they were known for helping the sick people and the afflicted of Karim. And we have the Ailing village here.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Astor was also known as the Impaler for his use of spears and impaling his victims in a similar manner to
V-
um,
Vlad
Vlad.
Tepes. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the
Tepish.
Impaler's catacombs.
Okay.
Um, his armor, we also know, was modeled in the shape of a black dragon.
Which also kind of harkens back to Tepish, since that's the Draculesti crest is the dragon.
Yes, it also harkens back to Kingsfield and the black dragon of the forest Gyra, who was one of the primary antagonists.
Mm.
Um, and on top of all of that, we know someone else called the Impaler who was a real nasty guy
Mm.
in this game.
Yeah.
Mesmer,
Yep.
who is who has serpents growing out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're starting to see, like, when you start looking at the older games and you start looking at the clues that are being put down by um in Elden Ring, you're starting to see links between
Mm-hmm.
the older games, right? Now, put a pin in Aster, because we're going to be talking about a real life poem that has to do with Frankenstein.
Inter- wait,
as
wait.
as well.
Are we talking? Oh no, Prometheus Unbound is the alternate title for Frankenstein. Are we talking about
Correct.
Paradise Lost?
No, no. We're talking about a poem by Percy Shelley,
Oh,
called Alastor, um, and I think it's like, and something about solitude. I can't remember the actual title right now. It's escaping.
got it.
Um,
Yes, we're.
You're
Uh,
tarnished.
mm,
I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
and not at all infected by the fury.
by the horrible mad. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say before I?
It's like we're casually talking about Shelley and Byron, and it's like, yes, we are we are cultured. We just,
Yes, we are so cultured that we play Elden Ring obsessively. Yeah.
yeah, we have some degree of culture. We're not like,
Selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Sorry, I interrupted again.
no worries. But yeah, it's like I won't say we're like literary boffins by any means, but
Hmm.
both you and I are a little bit more deeply read than the average person.
Oh yes, yeah. Now look, I will admit, a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, I did research.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did actual honest to god research. I
Yeah.
read the poem
Mm-hmm.
that I'm referring to here. It is It is really dense and obscure, but I feel like we're going to have to do a poetry reading at some point
Oh,
in this playthrough.
I've not read anything of Percy Shelley's.
Oh, it's really dense and obscure and everything, but while I was reading it, I was like, wait a minute, did they just crib this for like notes on the places in the game that they were going to make? Because it talks about pristine snowfields of high places pale pale plains and all of this other stuff, and it's like, oh, this is just the lands of Elden Ring that they're talking about
Yeah.
a bit. But the poems, okay, I'm gonna put a pin in what that poem's about for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go here and just grab the wet. I think I still need the wet, but on a second play, can sneak on by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went for the for homeless chic.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, no, I don't. Oh well, I got a storm stomp.
Cool. Yeah, we went for a armor and weapons set that looks very like scavenged what we could to survive.
Oh, hello. What are you doing?
He's doing what spear users always do in this game, messing with you. Well,
Oh,
not this
wow.
game
It's all...
specifically, but these
Yeah.
games.
Wow, not one. Oh yeah, daggers can be a fun playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Talking.
There's a lot of blood coming off of him.
Yeah, that's the blood proc
Mm-hmm.
from this dagger.
Got it.
This dagger's like probably, depending on your criteria, this is either the best dagger or the second best dagger.
Got it.
There's this one, Reduvia and Meriscorde are the best daggers.
Got it.
Probably. The worst one is probably the crystal dagger.
Does it break?
No.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
The
Have
closed.
you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you. to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
And
So
now we
Melena's are interesting.
go on. I was like, and now we have the grace going in a different direction.
Yes.
You were saying?
So yeah. So now we have at this point in the is when you get Torrent and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're gonna have. There's a whole bunch to talk about here with Melina and everything, but we've got a bit to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go and meet Rani for the first time.
Got it.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word?
Before we do that, though, we will notice that Kale has been put to sleep,
Interesting. By
and
the smoke and mist and all
by
that.
by the purple mist.
Yeah.
And we can remember that the purple mist is a Centrina thing.
Okay.
So we'll note that for now.
Okay. Got it.
Pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
All right, so this is a good playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Do we tell the truth because we're good, or do we say we can't because we are suspicious of people just turning up and asking about it?
I like the try to stick to the truth thing.
Mm-hmm. So, if you don't mind, I
Mm-hmm.
think for this one we're going to be a little more suspicious,
Okay, cool.
just so we have an example of
The opposite approach, yeah.
the opposite approach, but also it's a little more revealing.
Mm,
We are going to eventually tell the truth because there's no reason to lie,
got it.
but we can be a little bit suspicious and still
Yep.
be good, right?
Cool, yeah.
Trifle not with me, Tarnished. Or didst thou merely forget the name of the spectral steed thou callest?
Yeah, so she gets a little upset, but
Uh-huh.
nothing. And we can see, we can take a bit of a look at her doll body
Mm-hmm.
and everything here. But
I will ask thee again. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
yeah, but the point that I wanted to make here is she absolutely knows it's us. She doesn't need to ask this question.
She's asking a
Uh,
question she already knows the answer to.
yeah.
Ah, as I had hoped. I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erd Tree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
And the thing about that is the only person who could possibly know that now is Melon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
So one of the things is like the goddess, and Marika in particular is known for wearing many faces and having many names.
Got it. Okay.
Rani just called herself Rena because she's a princess and she is extremely cagey because there are literally people out to kill her. In
Okay.
fact, we are one of those people because the Tarnished want her great rune. Um, except like she discarded it probably just to be like just so that she can manipulate the Tarnished rather
Mm-hmm.
than um
Avoid them. Yeah.
yeah. Um that being said, there's also like her spirit form and even the doll look very much like Melina. Um, Melina claims that Melina later on um, says that she's trying to work out why she still exists, burned and bodiless as she is. Um, and there are plenty of indications that the Empyreans, like Melina, like Rani, are two souls in a single body.
Right.
Um, and in fact, one of the examinations of Elden Ring is all about like so we have two souls in a single body. We also have eventually we will meet D once I get over this hill and
Mm-hmm.
over to
The undead village area.
the undead village area. D is a single soul with two bodies
Right.
because that's how twins work in this system
Hmm.
or something. Um, it can't be how like it's definitely not how all twins work in this. Um, or maybe it is
Yeah.
because uh, every Empyrean also seems to have
A twin.
also also seems to have a twin. Yes, who's so it's a yeah it's a hard thing to like try and quantify, which is part of the point. Like part of the point of these games is you make the lore so obscure that everyone can have their own interpretation and everyone's technically right.
Okay. Got it.
um or everyone could be right.
Mm.
But even when you're doing that, you have to start from somewhere, right? you I suppose you could roll a dice and make everything random, but too much random, people start suspecting that there isn't a truth behind everything, you know?
Yes, I get that. I mean, um, I tend to gush about Wildermyth's procedural generation,
Mm,
but the way Wildermyth does it is it has loads upon loads of curated scenes that have dialogue options based off of settings on your character's personalities and stuff like that. So it is procedurally generated and semi-random, but it's hella well designed, and
mm.
that's not what you're going to find in most games that use random generation thing. Oh, hi, Bly.
Yeah, that's blood. Um, the other thing I wanted to show off here is
Mm,
this chest.
yeah.
So a lot of people commented when this came out about, oh, there are chests here that are pulled directly from Dark Souls. What a cool Easter egg. These chests that are scattered around the lands between are higher res versions of the chests from Kingsfield.
Okay.
Um, in particular, you can see the cross design on top. And if we take a closer look here,
Mm-hmm.
so in the original Kingsfield chests, each of those settings would have a different colored gem. The
Okay.
different the different colored gems represent the gemstones of the four elements from which you learn magic.
Okay.
Uh,
That kind of I had a thought, and it's kind of leaving me real quick, but it's like
mhm.
it explains some of the color issues going on here in the game, and
Mm-hmm.
you get some cases with colors. I don't think I noticed it right away, but now thinking back, you get like colors associated with specific locations and directions and such.
Yes. You also get colors associated with magic. Um,
Mm.
and in Kingsfield, so red was the color of both flame and blood.
Mm. Right.
Um, water was blue,
Okay.
and was the opposing element of fire.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
yeah. Earth magic was yellow. Um, oh, Earth magic was yellow or orange,
Mm.
um, or gold. If you want to get into slight, if you want to get into shades and things like that. And air was green, and you can also see a bit of that in this game, which is why one of my interpretations of this game is that this is the Isle of Melanat that appeared in Kingsfield 2, which was the first of the Kingsfield games that was released in America. And we're going to meet another character where I'm going to really expound on that bit.
Okay.
You know what? Let's listen to Melanat first.
Mm. That's really cool.
Spoken echoes linger here, words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you. Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
Another interesting thing with Melina
Mm-hmm.
uh, is how she says that she is no maid.
But she carries around magical accoutrement.
She can also do the things that a maiden can do.
Okay.
Like the reason that um, the the reason that the Tarnished need maidens is the ability to turn runes into strength. Um, from what Vare told us, as well as provide guidance to the Tarnished. But because they're affiliated with the Two Fingers, that also means that they are um they're the agents of the two fingers, keeping a hand of control
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
on the tarnish.
Mm,
And we'll take a peek. We take a peek at the boatman here.
right.
And then we go up and we can have a chat to D.
Mm-hmm.
Which we were taught who we were talking about.
Talking about earlier. 10 minutes, by the way.
10 minutes till the end of the video.
Yeah, 10 minutes till we hit the hour. We're at
Oh
40.
wow!
We're at 49.
All right, let's meet the the last few people.
There's no mistake, is there? Death has left its mark once again.
It's another recent kill.
A tarnished, are you? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death. And worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further. The village here has been turned back.
So this guy is wearing hood of the guilty with the thorns around the neck.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a minor criminal who probably ran into some of the undead that roam around.
And only got this far.
Yeah. And D is hanging around here rather than dealing with the mariner for some reason, which is a little weird because he can really deal with undead things with his kit.
Mm.
So even he being afraid of the mariner is a little interesting.
Mm-hmm. Or at least cautious about it.
I think it is more that he is looking to retire from his current gig. To go and look for his brother, so he doesn't want to get caught up in weeding another piece of death.
Okay, that makes sense.
And oh.
Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck.
Yes, I can hear you.
Anyone? Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Hello? Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. There's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
Yeah, because training reduces the impact of physical force. Then again, that is something that can. Houdini did that that trick a bit until it got him killed.
Yeah. Wait, we literally can't do that?
I was about to ask, is it impossible with the dagger?
Maybe. Sorry, Alexander, give me a second. You are really cool and we're going to talk about you, but apparently I need a bigger gun.
Which means going into stash.
Yeah. No, I very deliberately just like dropped everything.
Brick
Uh,
hammer is relatively simple. You know, it's a brick
what
on
is
the
so?
brick hammer.
Oh yes, yeah. No, it's a brick on the end of a stick. Yeah. What is my strength? Oh yeah, I can wield that in two hands. Problem. Please tell me you're still there. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I got a surprise tool that is going to help us right now.
Oh my goodness. There we go.
Well played, good lady. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Ah. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this. Once
Exalted
again,
flesh.
the pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander, in fact. I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter? I'm heading eastward to Redmane Castle on the southern. I've heard there's.
So, let's talk for a minute.
Yeah.
The
We're
protagonist.
we're at 56
How-
minutes.
Okay, just quickly then. The protagonist of Kingsfield 2 is called Alexander Thornton Reginus.
Okay.
Uh, Alexander from Kingsfield 2 was the best friend of the protagonist of Kingsfield 1 who became possessed by Seath. The original king
Got it.
from Kingsfield 1 was possessed by Seath.
Got it. Understood.
Alexander, once it became clear that his friend was possessed, sealed off the castle and prevented Seath and his demonic minions from ravaging the countryside.
Okay.
And then trained the prince that would succeed his friend, or rather, no, actually, pardon me, he died casting the spell that sealed the castle. But he did get his four archmages and his best weaponsmith to raise the prince so that he could go and release his father, like go and destroy Seath and take over the and become king.
Yeah,
Um,
that seems like a very roundabout way of doing things, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he knew that he couldn't kill his friend.
Mm-hmm.
So there was also we'll get into it, but there was a whole prophecy because Lyle Forrester, the prince who and protagonist of Kingsfield 3,
Mm-hmm.
was the chosen one of the lad who was the united god of the land. The lad tore himself into two pieces, which is what created Seath and Gyra, the
Okay.
white and black dragon, because human beings weren't being nice to each other. So he
Mhm.
was trying to manipulate them into being
Wor-
nice to each other. But he
Working
also
together,
had
mutual threat. Yeah.
correct, yeah. But the his ultimate plan was for the chosen one to unite the lands, and you would know everyone would know that he who his chosen one was because he would be the first person who could use light magic.
The only
Um,
one that could use light magic, you said.
correct, or the first person.
Oh, that's significant. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Um, and we're going to get into what all that means, but apparently we need to get into a new video before we.
Yeah. Yep. I'll get to that in a little bit. See you there.
Yeah. See you then.